So Martha, I'm glad you said that because I wanted to lead with something after the pivot shift call this morning. They were talking about the COVID gift. And I just wanted to know what's been your COVID gift so far? I mean, for me, it's been having the time to actually master some things I wanted to work on, like learning how to use Photoshop at a higher level so that I can like do some different things with my photography, and also learning how to run a business virtually. I mean, I wouldn't have made the time like I made to actually sit down and master certain things if it wasn't for the quarantine. So, that's the COVID gift. And I want to know what's been your COVID gift, guys.
COVID gift.
I think I would have never found the morning call if it wasn't for COVID, trying to go different places and do this and, my mind's going, but, it gives you, I didn't find it my first couple months when I was here, and there's no reason why I shouldn't have done it, when I started being new. So that's a good thing.
Well, I'm glad you're here now, man. That's awesome.
My COVID gift is one for having, my kids here all the time and slowing down a little bit, because I used to run around like a maniac from one thing to another. And I appreciate the gift of time and not having to run them around, and we're closer as a family. I do believe that in my heart. And also the gift of it, taking the time to learn command. I wouldn't have had probably the time to sit and update my database and figure out smart plans, and so
a lot of gifts. Love it. I love it. Anyone else?
Yeah,
I have
the gift that I got, Dave, is this Zoom stuff. I mean, I get to see you guys every morning, which is a big plus, as just opposed to hearing your voices. I actually get to hear your get to see your reactions. But on the other side is how many people are having mini family reunions, on a weekly or bi-weekly basis now. My kids have a cousins call where they all sit around and chit chat, and there's 13 of them. So, it's really bringing our family together by keeping us apart. It's a strange thing.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Thank you. Ron, were you saying something? No. Okay. Okay. All right. So thank you guys for sharing that. I appreciate it. Anyone else before we move on?
Yeah, my COVID gift, I guess I could say that I've gotten closer to my wife, Susan, by working together out of the house.
yeah, no doubt. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell Susan I said hello.
I will.
All right. So I'm a seller. Doesn't matter if I'm a FSBO expired or someone we've gotten down to everything. You've uncovered my motivation. You've gone through your listing presentation. We've talked about pricing. We've talked about commission. And I say to you, I've interviewed some other agents. Why should I choose you? I'm going to mute some people. You can unmute yourself when it's time to talk. What's your answer? Why should I choose you?
Oh.
I don't take many clients at one time. I can give you the devoted service and communication that you deserve as a client selling your home.
Okay, thank you, Seth. Who else?
I'm going to give you.
Why should I choose you?
Because I'm going to give you 110%, and you'll always know where we are in the transaction. I'm always available to communicate.
Okay. I mean, do you guys want some business? Why should I choose you? If I'm a seller and we're meeting and I have other agents I've talked to and they've given me their best pitch, you've given me your pitch, and I say, okay, I mean, I've talked to agent A and you guys sound fairly similar. I heard what you had to say. Why should I choose you over them? Do you not
hire me because you need to be in Florida in 2 months. And if you're as committed as I am, you will be there in 2 months.
I like that. Don't doubt what you said. That's good. You're talking about what's important to me, nothing about you. If you want to be in Florida in 2 months, you need to hire me. And if you do that and you're committed to that process, you'll be there. I like that. Come on, people. I'm gonna put somebody on the spot. Patty, why should I choose you?
Oh, hold on. Let's see. Because I will put all my energy into getting your house sold, and I am going to market it with, yeah, I can't say energy anymore. I'm going to put all my energy into marketing your house and getting it sold.
Okay. So
You would hire me because
Mhm.
I will not stop until I get your house sold.
Okay. Okay.
We will take you every step of the way, and it will almost be as if we've joined your family.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay.
Become a part of you. We become in a sense a part of your family, because we'll be that close during the process.
All right.
I will be always loyal and devoted with you. And if you list with me, not only will you get one agent, but you'll get two. And Ira and I asked him, you know, I know Ira for a long time.
Of course. Of course.
You and Dave, we talked about this, to partner with me, you know, to do a couple listings until I get it, being new. So it gives you that kind of minus with a blanket, you know. So
you would want to hire me because I pick up the phone every single day looking for buyers for my sellers. My job is to not only sell your home to buyers, but also to other realtors as well. Isn't that what you would want in an agent, to work really hard for you?
I like that. And it reminds me of what we learned in Bold about your home needing to be sold like 3 times, that whole script. Do you remember what that one was, Hazel?
Yeah. 3 times. I'm sorry. I thought it was 2.
So it goes something like, listen, you want to hire me because I understand that your home not only has to be sold 1 time, it actually has to be sold 3 times. I have to sell it to the agents that represent buyers in the area. I need to sell it to the buyers that are looking for homes in your area. And then once we get it under contract and the bank sends the appraiser out, I have to sell it to them as well to make sure that we can close. And so I'm committed. And like you said earlier, Hazel, if you're as committed as I am to getting your home sold, you'll be in Florida in 2 months. That's why you want to hire me.
Ooh, wow.
All right. So for all you guys who just gave me an answer, I'm going to say to you, that sounds good. And I definitely want to hire you, except the other agent said that they would do it at 5% and you're at 6. If you would commit to doing it at 5, I'll give you the listing right now.
Well,
what's important for you? What's important for you to doing it at 5% rather than 6?
Well, I mean, I need to net a certain amount of money, and so that 1% difference, I mean, that's $8,000 that I keep in my pocket. So, you know, if you're willing to do that and match what they're offering me, I'll sign the paperwork right now.
Sure. Now, now you wanted to get to California originally by April, right?
Well, originally, but you know, with the quarantine, we had to push that back. So we're now shooting for August.
Yeah. And you want someone that's going to be dedicated to you to get your home at the front of the market and to be able to get your home sold with the most amount of money, right?
Yeah, of course.
Now, my system will get you in the pole position with multiple buyers, so you can make the choice for the buyers that you want to go with and buy your home, right?
Yeah, but that's what the other person said to me. I mean, you pretty much sound like you guys are reading the same script. So I don't really see a difference in why I would pay you 6% over 5.
Well, let me ask you this. A lot of agents actually do 3 things. They put a sign in the yard, put it on the internet, and they get down on their knees and they pray to the Lord above that your house is going to sell. One thing that I don't think that your last agent did is prospect. Did he?
I don't know what you mean by that, prospect.
Right. Basically getting face to face, belly to belly with agents and other people to let you know that your home's on the market, right?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you did that. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, so we got to get those buyers into you, which obviously your last agent didn't target well. So how about we meet 15, 20 minutes to show you what I can do to do that for you.
So I want to go back because we've already met and we're sitting here talking at the negotiation table.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm telling you, they'll do it at 5 and you're charging 6. And I appreciate everything you said, but the other agent pretty much said the same thing to me. I don't know why I would pay you 6 when they're willing to do identical work at 5%.
Trust me, it's not identical work. I actually work for you and I don't take many clients. So this way I can give you the whole 150% dedication to you and getting your needs met. How's that sound?
Sounds exactly like what he said.
Sounds exactly like what he said, but it's not
Yep.
what he's going to do. Right? See, now your last agent, I'll show you here, has a lot more expireds than sold in the last 12 months. That's not an agent that you want, right?
No, not at all.
Right, and that's not the agent you're going to get. See, I just listed a house and sold it within a week at list price. That's something that you would want at least list price, right?
Well, of course.
And the strategy to keep your home at the front of the market, right?
Right.
So how about we sign the contract now and we'll get going and we can get you to California.
So here's what I want you to do, Seth. I want you to take what you just shared. You had a listing, you sold it at list price, which means you're a strong what?
I'm a strong marketer and a strong negotiator.
You're a strong negotiator. And so being a strong negotiator, make me see that I should list with you because this other agent already showed me how they can negotiate.
Okay. So now, let me give you an example of what happened here. We put it on the market, and I put it on the market. I insisted we put it on the market on a Saturday so we can get an open house on Sunday. My seller said, well, you know what? I really want to wait a week because I think that's great. I said, no, we got to put this on the market and get an open house right away. So what happened was we got it on the market. The next day was a Sunday. We had 30 showings. People came to the house and flooded the house and came with buyers and whatnot. So then what happened was I told those agents that the buyers that came in that we had 30 people. All right. One of those buyers came in at under list price, about 10,000 at a list price. And I said, well, we've got 30 people coming into the open house. You got to come in strong to really beat them out. They came up to full price. We went with them.
So I love that. What I want you to do is be more succinct so I stay with you.
Yeah.
And so what you told me, I'm going to act like I'm you.
Yeah.
I just had a listing. I sold it at 100%. You know what that means for you? That means more money in your pocket. This other agent that you're talking about who would take 5%, they've already showed you how they negotiate, haven't they?
Yeah.
So if they're gonna lower the price of their commission, are they gonna really fight for the equity in your home?
Yes. Okay, that's true.
Right?
They're not going to.
They're not going. I'm a bulldog. I protect my seller's equity. I just got my seller list price.
Yep.
The average agent on the MLS, let me show you the stats. They're getting 95%. So are you looking for a strong negotiator that's going to net you more and put more money in your pocket? Or are you looking for someone who's going to lower their commission and also not look out for your equity?
Right. Yeah. No, I want someone to negotiate for me.
That's why you want to hire me. Even if we do the same marketing, even if we do all the same things, it's about what we do for you and what we put in your pocket. They've already showed you how they negotiate it, haven't they?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why you want to hire me. So I want you to talk about, like, use your stats. Ira would talk about, I got 16,000 over list price on my most recent one in Fairlawn. You want an agent like me. It's about what I do for you and what I put in your pocket. So I want us to talk about that. I thought you did a good job though, but I just want you to make it more succinct.
No, make it more succinct. Yeah. No, you're right.
Good job though.
Yeah.
Very good. Is that the same as you get what you pay for?
Yeah. How's the saying go? You don't know how inexpensive it is to hire a pro until you hire an amateur, something like that. Like amateurs cost you more money. It's so true.
Nothing cheap is good and nothing good is cheap.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, Seth? I appreciate you stepping up and overcoming that objection. I'm thinking most people on this call, correct me if I'm wrong, they're like, shit, I'll take it at 5%. Give it to me.
Well, I
Right?
think that I would have taken it at 5%, but my thing would have been, because I'm confident in what I would do.
Yes.
Once I bring the buyer,
Yep.
once me and my team bring the buyer, then yeah, absolutely. I'll do it for you at 5%.
Okay. Okay. And you're right. Like if you have both sides, is it okay to lower the commission if you have both
Because
sides?
I'm confident in what I'm going to do to market your home.
Yeah.
Not only to, to other agents, but more aggressively so that we can represent both sides. So, yeah, I'll do it at 5% if I represent the buyer.
If I represent the buyer. However, one thing I would say is we can't be so quick to go from 6 to 5. So much room in between there.
Yeah.
So We can do 6, 5 and 7, 5.75. We can do 5.5, 5.25. There's so much room between 6 and 5. And yet, Rachel, what you said about if you bring the buyer, that is a good strategy to get them to list with you, because how often do we actually bring the buyer in double side? I know for me, it was probably like 10% of the time. So yes, if I did it, I'm willing to take 5, but I know for the most part, I'm going to be paying out a commission to another agent. And so they are okay with that, because in their mind, they're thinking it's possible that they can get a 5% commission, and they might sign with you at 6, knowing that. So you're absolutely right. So yes, Marianne.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me take you off mute, Marianne. Hold on a second. I think there you go. There you go.
All right, okay. A quick. Is this something you can say as far as, well, about the commission thinking, well, that's fair because we want the incentive for other agents to come in with their buyers, and we want to give them enough of an incentive to be motivated to bring sellers to us. Is that? I've heard that argument. I wasn't so sure I bought into it myself, but
I mean, it depends on how you play it out. I used to say that, and what I would say is, I would ask questions, and I would ask the seller, are you aware of how many houses the average buyer agent sells per year? And if you look nationally, the average is how many homes per year? Anybody know?
what was the question?
The average buyer agent sells how many homes per year?
7 or 8?
No, it's like 2 or 3 nationally.
Wow.
2 or 3 homes, the average buyer agent. Because you guys understand that, a lot of the agents, like a small percentage of the agents, control all the business. And then you have agents spread out that sell 1 or 2 houses a year. They do it part-time. They're not really in it full-time. So the average buyer agent is only selling 1 or 2 houses a year. So I would tell the seller, there are buyer agents out there and they're only selling 1 or 2 houses a year. And so they shouldn't be looking at the commission payout when they're showing properties. But think, if you were only selling a couple homes a year and houses were apples and apples, and one was paying 3% and one was paying 2.5%, would you definitely take your buyer and show them the property paying more commission?
Yeah.
And they usually say, yeah, I probably would. And I'm like, we shouldn't be doing that. Yeah. But you have to understand, that's what a lot of people do. They look at commission. And so if we have a stronger payout, we may attract more agents in to show our properties. Mm-hmm. I stopped using that, but I used to say that, Marianne. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, Dave, what we really should preface this whole conversation with is, other than commission, is there any reason why you wouldn't hire me?
Isolate.
And then once they say no, that's it. Then you basically can go into your routine about, comparing, your stats, sales to price ratio. Even if you don't have that, you can do our office stats. And the other thing too is just the power of being part of the Keller Williams Village Square Realty or the BCP. Mm-hmm. We have thousands of agents in our office without even putting it on the MLS. I'm going to be exposing it to potentially, tens of thousands of buyers. And that's what you're looking for, isn't it?
I like that. I like the tie down. Very good.
Well, the other question is what is the other agent going to be discounting in their marketing of your property by taking a reduction in their commission?
That's right.
Something's got to give.
Because they still have to pay Uncle Sam. They still have to pay their broker, right?
They still got to pay for postcards or whatever whatever their marketing strategy is. So something's that they're going to cut back on something.
Yeah.
And you're going to be on the get the short end of the stick on that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have this whole thing where we take $6 bills and we break down the commission and show people where the commission dollar is spent. And typically, if they are cutting their commission, they are cutting back on the marketing. They're doing cell phone pictures versus hiring a professional. Okay. They're not doing the staging. They're coming in and just listing the property and not doing everything they should do to make that property be seen in its best light. So you're absolutely correct. All right. So, hey, for next Tuesday, I want to do the same thing, but I want you guys to answer this and make me believe that I should be listening with you. And I want you guys to defend your commission. I don't care if it's 6 or 5%. I want us to get at a point where you know what you're worth, you know what your value is, and you guys are able to defend your commission. Seth jumped in. He was like, hey, this is why you want to hire me. People will pay if they see the value. The thing is, do you see your value? Do you see that you're worth 6% or 5.5 or 5 or whatever you're charging? Do you see it? Because you can't convince them if you're not convinced of it. Everybody on this call has value and can go in and be a 6% agent. Everybody can go in and get the property sold. You have training on how to do that. You just have to believe that you are a 6% agent. I'm a 6% agent all day, and I'll fight for it. Will I take 5?
And sometimes 7.
And sometimes 7. And will I take 5 sometimes? Yes, I will. But I'm not going to just give up. I'm not just going to say, yes, I'll take it at 5. I'm going to fight. I'm going to scrap it out. Because they're hiring a real estate agent. They're hiring a negotiator. Show them that you know how to negotiate, and don't let them out-script you and out-negotiate you. Because if they can out-negotiate you, should they be hiring you? I don't know. Something to think about. All right. Good talking with everybody. Thank you for joining. I know we're in overtime.
Thanks, David.
So I'll let you guys go and get on the phone. And happy selling.